the mixed martial arts community in Mexico and honestly in Latin America. But let's take a look at the tail of the tape. Cardona, 27 years young to 32 years of age for Gavidia. 176 meters for Cardona, which translates to 5'9", 5'7" for Gavidia. 155.5 official weight for Cardona, 154.7 for Gavidia. 2-1 record, both exactly the same, 2-1. Querétaro versus Tamaulipas. Up next, I will give you Felipe de Maria for the official ring announcement.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 2 rounds in the lightweight division. Señoras y señores, este combate es a 3 asaltos de 5 minutos en la categoría de peso ligero de LUX Fight League. Presentando primero, en la esquina blanca, un especialista en judo y grappling. Récord profesional de 2 ganadas, 1 perdida. Una altura de 1,76 m y un peso oficial de 155.5 libras. Presenting now, on the right corner, is a judo and grappling fighter. Professional record of 2 wins, 1 loss. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, an official weight of 155.5 pounds. From Rio Bravo, Tamaulipas, and fighting straight out of San Luis Potosí, Mexico, is Irving Cardona. Su oponente, al otro lado de la jaula, en la esquina negra, un especialista en Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, récord profesional de 2 ganadas, 1 perdida, una altura de 1,71 m y un peso oficial de 154.7 libras. Presenting now, on the black corner, is the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu fighter, professional record of 2 wins, 1 loss. His stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, an official weight of 154.7 pounds. From Querétaro, Mexico, and fighting straight out of Tijuana, Mexico, is Alejandro Gavidia. The third inside the cage, Gerardo Cruz.
There you go, folks. You are watching Alejandro Gavidia versus Irving Cardona at the Forum Mundo Imperial at Riviera Diamante, Acapulco. My name is Alex Soto, and alongside me is the voice of LUX Fight Leagues, Felipe de Maria.
Mr. Alex Soto, it's a pleasure to work with you, and this is going to be another amazing fight right here on LUX Challenge 018, and here we go. Let's see. Two grapplers, but let's see if some of them try to surprise his opponent. Trying to stand up. So trying to keep the stand up.
Yeah, Cardona's got the judo, right? So he's got a lot more spatial awareness here from the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu practitioner, Alejandro Gavidia. So, you know, in the black corner.
There goes the leg kick.
Now, Gavidia, I'm sure he's been getting those calf kicks up there in Tijuana.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'm sure about that. They train that a lot. That they call him Aquilera. I don't know why, but it's a calf kick, but they call him Aquilera.
Aquileras, man, that hurts, man.
Yes. Yeah, no, that hurts. That really hurts. We have seen many, many times that happening. And there's the body kick. Now inside leg kick.
Yeah, I like it.
By Gavidia.
Yeah, very aggressive there for Gavidia. Now, one of the things you want to keep away from the judos, you know, practitioners, is you want to keep your hips away. So, I mean, this is a nice way to keep the distance, keep them at range. And Gavidia's doing an excellent job with that. Not allowing to get into the clinch positions. Once Cardona has that clinch position, man.
Hey, help me out right here, Alex.
Yes.
There was another calf kick. Is there a bloodline coming out of Cardona's chin, or is just the tattoo?
Oh, I don't know. Let's
we have
see.
We have to check that. Seems like a blood right there. Or not?
On the chin.
It's confusing, huh?
Oh, yeah. No, I think it's just the mark of the socks. Oh, yeah. I think it's a tattoo. I think you're right. It's a tattoo.
But there was another calf kick right there by Gavidia.
Man, that takes away so much, you know, from your lead leg. You know, being able to establish and really, you know, hunker down on your punches. So I mean, it's gonna take its toll if Cardona is not blocking or checking those kicks. It's gonna be a long night for Cardona.
Yes, 2 minutes 50 seconds left in the first round. Both fighters standing in the middle of the cage for the last 2 minutes. Nobody's taking control right now. We'll see. Just a few calf kicks by Gavidia. But Cardona is responding well. He's waiting. He's standing right there,
Yeah, Cardona's
toe to toe.
Yeah, he's just really there.
Here comes the first takedown, and it's good for Gavidia.
Really good for Gavidia. And not only that, but now this is his game here. Right in top control. We'll see how well Cardona is on the ground here with this Brazilian, 4-time national Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu champion on top of you.
Yes, and right away, Gavidia making a transition to his left side, trying to get away of that, take that leg out and take the full mount. Something that Cardona is not gonna allow, but he's still trying. He's doing a good job, trying to escalate.
Yeah, he's trying to pass. You see, he's trying to slice that knee inside between both the legs. Now he's trying to use that leg so he can really get it in. Looks how he drops onto his left hip.
There
Boom.
he goes.
Beautiful.
Now he got it.
Beautiful. Some side control now.
How do you call it in English? That's I call it in Spanish 100 kilos, which is all your weight on your opponent's body.
100 kilos.
100 kilos.
Yeah.
Okay, let's translate literally.
It does.
Let's do that.
But he's nice and heavy. Look how tight he is to him. But Cardona's doing a good job trying to defend and turning his hips towards him and trying to get some distance here. But it's got to be careful.
And let's say
here.
Cardona is defending well. He's not allowing too much damage right now on that position. Now he got the half guard right there. He locked out the right leg of Gavidia.
Yeah, it's become very technical. I mean, both of these guys are both trying to improve their position, and it's making it really difficult to really start to deliver any punches, because that allows the fighter to get a little bit of extra space to explode out. So
good job by both fighters. One trying to escalate, the other one defending very well.
Yeah, it really is.
30 seconds left.
And we talked about this, you know, the cancellation of the styles.
Yes.
This is actually what we're witnessing right now. It's like no one's more. I mean, I would say that that Gavidia is a little bit more dominant on the ground just because he's had the top control, but he hasn't been able to affect any damage.
There you go. Good right hand by Gavidia, taking control of the ground right now. Actually, more than half of this first round, and it comes to an end. The first round. We'll go to this is a 1 minute break. We'll see what the instructions are going to be, because that's what we expect, right? A ground game, a ground fight, and that's what we're having. So it's just a matter of time who has the best skills, who is stronger, and take advantage of their skills, right?
Yeah, so far I think Cardona might be a little bit, or I should say Cardona, excuse me. If we look at some of the replays, here's some kicks that landed really nicely. Those were given by Gavidia, doing a great job. Here's those calf kicks that really, I mean, it doesn't take too many of those to start really slowing you down. I mean, 4 calf kicks in a fight is could really bring you down. You know, we've seen that with Conor McGregor fights. You know, that doesn't take too many of those. But you're right.
You know what? Every time I see those calf kicks, I remember this fight between Jeremy Stephens and Gilbert Melendez.
Oh, right.
Oh, that was brutal. That was just crazy.
Yeah, Melendez had a huge, hematoma on his calf, and it looked out of this world. But
he never quit.
He never quit.
He went the whole way. He went the distance.
Right.
And let's see what happened this second round right here in the Forum Mundo Imperial in Acapulco, Guerrero, Mexico. Thanks for everybody for watching us everywhere in the world. You know, if you're watching us in the U.S., in Central South America, or Europe, Canada, thanks for having us. This is LUX Fight League, and we are here in Acapulco, a paradise.
Yeah, well, everybody else is frozen. I mean, the beautiful paradise down here. Nice jabs already starting off there for Gavidia. And we'll see if Cardona is able to kind of adjust his game plan. And that's very talent in a young career of a mixed martial artist, is how he's able to adjust to an opponent that has really been able to nullify your attack or your game plan.
Let's see some of these guys. One of these guys, he has to push harder, because I think Gavidia, it's just waiting for what Cardona is waiting for what Gavidia is offering. He's just waiting for him to counter up or to react, to make some reaction. But he has to take the lead in some point.
Well, I think what's happening is Cardona's a little bit hesitant now from the ground. You know, he's afraid of the takedown, of overcommitting, and so he's trying to really, you're right, trying to measure the timing now of Gavidia to deliver a big
Nice
right
counter.
hand just like that.
Nice counter.
Good lateral movements.
The
Big right
1-2
hand.
right there by Gavidia. He's
Yeah.
proposing. He's proposing going downstairs, upstairs, and now that inside leg kick.
Yeah, it's nice.
And talking about again about the calf kicks, they start to catch up in some point, right? So, yes.
Yeah, yeah, they do absolutely. But right now, Cardona seems to be moving around pretty well. Not too much of a slowdown on his movement in the cage so far.
But at home, if you take a close look to Cardona's left calf on the outside, it's already, there's some redness right there.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Like I said, it doesn't take very much. Oh, look, it looks he jumped on that a little bit there, Felipe.
I think he's just
And this is what he
waiting.
was trying to avoid right here. But this is where
There
he
it goes.
excels as a judo practitioner. But he was taken down.
That was a
Successful takedown there from Gavidia.
That was a nice takedown by Gavidia. And now he's in a good position to start the ground and pound. Let's see what Ken Cardona offers right there with his defense. Trying to escape. He's holding his hands very well. He's freezing. He's putting in the freezer that this fight, and he can expect the referee to put him back on their feet.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
That's what he's trying to do.
I agree.
Not anymore, but that's a good strategy right there.
Now, what I like to see is I like to see a little bit more movement. You know, Cardona can use the cage right now to try to put his back up against him, try to make some leverage to be able to stand up using the cage to your advantage. You know, we talk about the cage being your friend and your enemy, but in this
Yes.
case, you know, Gavidia now was the one who initiated the cage control, and so now he's using it as a tool to be able to control his head, break the guard, and now deliver these big punches now from.
He was Gavidia was taking a great position, putting Cardonas against the fence. He was trying to ground and pound, and now he's got him back on the canvas.
Yeah, he's maintaining really good control. Great posture there from Gavidia.
Yeah, he can go for the full mount right there.
Nice.
Not anymore. He's holding. Cardona is holding his leg,
Yeah, right
stopping
now,
him for the transition.
Yeah, Gavidia is, you know, right now is just in pure control, really good control, and there we go, moving on over. Look, notice how he's got that knee pinched right across his Cardona's right leg. Now he's
There
able
you
to
go. Here
deliver
comes
some
the ground
ground and
pound.
pounds. Yep,
Yep.
just like you know, Randy Couture style,
Exactly.
right off the side control here, but really
Randy-
tough position there for Cardona to try to escape.
You know, but Cardona is doing a good job. He's not taking too much damage. He's fighting the hands. He's fighting the distance, even though his back is against the canvas. They nice try of elbow right there on the ground and pound. Just a few seconds left in the second round.
Nice, nice. Great way to recover there, the guard. The butterfly guard now for Cardona. See if he's able to do anything from here. I mean, wow. You know, Gavidia has been able to really highlight himself as a really good grappler in mixed martial arts. Big ground and pound.
Yep. And this is going to end right now. Second round, it's on the books. We'll go to the third one. Total control by Gavidia right now, taking care of him on the ground, doing his stuff, doing his thing, controlling Cardona. A great match so far.
I mean, so far it's been one-sided. You know, we talked about the grappling, you know, pedigree of Gavidia, and it's paid off. You know, here's that beautiful control there from, you know, the half guard, and just really been able to get some ground and pound. You know, you brought this off, Felipe. He hasn't. Cardona hasn't taken a lot of damage in this entire fight. He's just been controlled. He's been canceled. He's been neutralized. But
Yes.
really not a lot of damage. So this fight, you know, both these guys still have good heads on their shoulders, still capable. You
Yep.
know, I don't feel like there's been a tough
Vamos,
pace.
vamos.
You know, I think that if Cardona wakes up from this fight and starts to really initiate the striking, we can have ourselves a really interesting third round.
Yeah, yeah. So people gotta know that even though Cardona was his back was on against the canvas, he's not taking too much damage. So he's not, you know, per se, say in some way he's not losing because of that, because he's controlling, he's fighting the hands, he's not taking too much damage, and he's doing good so far. But the control, it's obviously in favor of Gavidia.
Yeah, and you know, when we talk about the judging scorecards, you know, if it was the other way around, you know, if Cardona was actually delivering some effective striking, you know, that were a little aggressive, and then, you know, Gavidia was able to still control the fight on the ground. You
Yep.
know, a lot of the judges always toss that up. You know, they always go, nah, you know what, we're going to give it to the guy who delivered the more effective striking.
Yeah.
Oh, big right hand.
Yeah. that
Wow.
was a nice swing right there
Yeah,
by Gavidia.
Gavidia just hits the clavicle. Just, you know, it's a big knot there now.
He has the eye of the tiger right now. There you go. Now another attempt of a calf kick.
Yeah, beautiful calf kick.
Yes.
Yeah, and he's leaning on it too.
High swing again. It was strong. There was a strike one.
Yeah, that was a big right hook. It just barely misses. But now, you know, he's really controlling the tempo of the striking game now. You know,
Yeah.
we thought we was going to swing over to Cardona, but wow, Gavidia is really stepping up the striking now.
There's some damage on the inside and outside leg, in the leg of Cardona. The inside, there's some redness as well on the outside.
Oh, big
nice right
counter!
hand.
Yes! Oh, my
Oof.
goodness. Wow, but a big takedown now from Cardona. My goodness.
That was a quick knockdown right there, but
Oh.
the Gavidia's reaction was even better, I guess, right?
Yeah, I mean, those instincts to come back and take that takedown, man, that was a big right counter. You know, we've seen Gavidia throw that right hand, and then, you know, Cardona was able to time it this time, counter it, and deliver a beautiful right hand.
Yeah, but the reaction by Gavidia, that was amazing. That was amazing. He's supposed to be against the canvas right now, but no, he's taking control again.
Again.
Yeah.
Right. Going back to his bread and butter, his jiu-jitsu. Good controls now. As you said, you know, likes to freeze the fight. I like that term, Felipe. Holding it
There you go.
down.
Now you got some more for your slang. Some more material, Alex.
There we go. Thank you, Felipe.
control. Nice bridge right there. Keeping the distance by Cardona. Doing a good job.
And when you got a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt on top of you, man, it's so difficult to find space to try to scramble out or create a scramble. They're just so well versed on that art. They're really, really well, and they're able to, you know, deliver some good punches there from the top position for Gavidia.
And this is the time for Gavidia to close the deal with the judges. Right now, he starts acting more aggressive and trying more ground and pound. I know that Cardona is not allowing him to do that, but if he can do that, he's going to impress the judges, you know. He's going to look good on those cards.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, like that big right hand, how is that going to dictate the judging scorecard
Yeah,
here?
that's why he has to be aggressive right now, to make the judges forget about that.
Yeah, but man, well, you never know what the judges are thinking, folks.
Exactly.
You know, what they're seeing and what we're seeing here, but man.
That's why we just commentate.
Yeah, we'll see what they do. But so far, big, nice ground and pound there from Gavidia, and good jiu-jitsu skills from Gavidia. Great stand-up for him, and he got clipped in that third round. But, you know, so far so good for Gavidia, who's training out of Tijuana, Mexico.
Less than a minute left on this third round. We're live, everybody, from the forum in Mundo Imperial, Acapulco, Guerrero. First time a card of this level, this size of production is taking place on this zone of the world. So let's enjoy it.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Nice
Let's put a
triangle
precedent
there.
there. Nice try of the triangle.
Oh, he just paid for it, though. Gavidia delivered a big right hand on Cardona.
So he absorbs very well. Another right hand. 15 seconds left. Let's see what's going to happen right here. We're going the distance.
He's got to be careful because he saw that Gavidia was throwing some slaps there that almost looked like taps. Okay, corner's asking for him to finish.
And there you go. Wow. It's a done. That was a third round. That was a fight right there. Let's see what the judges score right here.
Yeah, and you know what? I'd like to listen to the scorecards here because I want to know what the numbers out and comes up, you know, because we get to find out early what the judges are thinking as we get into the later rounds or the later fights of the night. So far, beautiful performance there, in my opinion, by Gavidia, being able to really dominate the entire 3 rounds. All right, folks, we're back. Alejandro Gavidia versus Irving Cardona. Both delivered a really interesting matchup tonight in the lightweight division. Beautiful counter. There's that counter right there from Cardona, and towards the end of the round could really have sealed the deal, but the recovery of Gavidia was able to take him down immediately after that big right hand and continue the dominant performance of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. You know, 4-time Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu expert for Gavidia, national champion here in Latin America and in Mexico. And I believe he's got himself a unanimous decision win, but pay close attention to the judges' scorecards because you never know when we are on travel.
Señoras y señores, después de 3 asaltos nos vamos a la decisión de los jueces. Ladies and gentlemen, we have gone the distance, and after 3 rounds we will go to the scorecards for a decision. All judges score the fight 30-27 to declare the winner by unanimous decision to Alejandro Gavidia!